Vernon, first of all, it's good to see you. You're one of those guys that, for journalists, for fans, for former players, your smile always lights up a room. How you doing? How you feeling now? Now that you're an old man, your post career.
You know what? Well, first of all, it feels good to be an old man. Let me tell you something. I don't have to run up and down the field anymore. But I'm doing really well. The transition of life from football to life after football has been really, really fast for me. I've done so many things. Really grateful for the opportunity to have, I don't know, been able to have the experiences that I've been able to have in acting, television, and hosting.
And you know what's interesting? 10 years ago, you were telling us, you took us behind the scenes at your house in San Jose about all the artwork you were painting. And we were like, what the heck? What's going on here? And now we see it in your post career, you're acting. Tell us about that. How'd you get into it?
Yeah, so I've always I studied art in school, and then when I arrived in San Francisco, I think around 2014, I would go into, I remember all season training camp, all season training sessions that we had, right? I would go away. I entered a class called the Shelton Theater of Art in downtown San Francisco. And I remember taking that improv class, and it was truly amazing. It was really the catalyst for me doing what I'm doing now, which is acting and entertaining.
So learning, rehearsing lines, remembering your lines, kind of like remembering a playbook?
I would say so. I would say there's some similarities there. You just come up with the process of remembering. So what I do is I'll go to it every morning during lunch and at night. And then what I'll do is I'll take that voice memo on your phone. You know that voice memo you have on your iPhone? Yeah. And I'll record those lines and I'll listen to it while I'm driving.
And that's how you do it. And that's where do you what's the acting terms? How do you find your motivation and your feeling and your milieu?
So the motivation comes from, I think the motivation comes from just experiences in life, experiences. So what I'll do is I'll have a substitution for whatever character it is that I'm with in that script. And I'll just place like moments of my life into each scene. First, you need to know where you're going and where you're coming from. If you know where you're going and where you're coming from, then you have a purpose and you have that drive that you need to get through that script. But as long as you have that need, I think you're good.
Hey, what did football teach you now that you kind of reflect back? You had, I think 14 seasons in the NFL. I mean, that's a really productive career. What did it teach you away from the bumps and bruises, but more the mentality part of it?
I learned a lot. I learned just how to face adversity and stand tall, how to navigate the ebb and flows of life. You know what I mean? So once you learn those things that you learn in the game, then you're able to take those things with you and really have a fruitful life. And I say fruitful because, I mean, we have 60, 70 more years to live post football. So if you're able to transition and use the things that you learn, you'll definitely make it for sure.
I've dealt with a lot of athletes, and it's always a difficult or challenging transition from being a productive football player to just a regular citizen. Have you found those difficulties, or how do you approach this challenge?
No, yeah, I mean, I think there's difficulties in everything. Like Wise Man once told me, he said, if you have likability, you have possibility, right? And the biggest thing is just being a great person. If you're a great person and you really, if you really think about the things that you want to do, right? And think about them while you're playing. I tell all the younger guys now, think about the things that you want to do and just go for it after you're done. But you want to make sure you're transitioning while you're playing so that when you walk off the field, then you're already in it. But a lot of times guys don't really know what they want to pursue. So they run into like this speed bump. But I think if it's just, even if you run into a speed bump, it's never too late. You can always dust yourself off and just go and just try it.
You miss the fan base here in the Bay Area?
Oh yeah, there's nothing like the fan base. You know, this campaign that I'm a part of right now is geared towards bringing the fan base together. You know what I mean? There's nothing like interacting and bringing the fans together, because the fans make the game. You know, we don't do it. It's the fans that make the game. Without those fans, we can't go out there and do the things that we do.
So now it's all about art and bringing this, right? The fans kind of contribute to this, to see this artwork perhaps at the Super Bowl in LA at the end of the season.
Yeah, so it's the biggest Sunday night football season ever. Why? Because there's 17 games, and we came up with a way to bring the fans together. And how do you do it? We do it by creating this 5-yard long mural each and every Sunday night football game, right? In every city, a local artist will see the artwork that's coming from these fans, and I'll post unique hashtags out every the night that week. And these fans, when they post their ideas, I want them to use these hashtags, and we'll see it, and we'll incorporate their work into these paintings. And at the end of the season, you have a football field long painting. I mean, it can't get any cooler than that, man.
Best of both worlds. You're talking about football, fans, and art. Actually, the three things in your life.
Football, fans. Yeah, you're right. Football, fans, and art. Can't get any bigger. Can't get any better than that, huh?
Hey, Vernon, when you look at the Niners now, I don't know how close you follow the team. I'm guessing pretty close. But what kind of conversations would you have, kind of being a veteran that's been through all the hype and the drama? What conversation would you have with Jimmy G and Trey Lance and this whole, hey, I'm kind of the quarterback in waiting?
I think everyone should just do their job and just do what they're told. You know what I mean? Of course, you bring a younger guy in behind a veteran. The veteran is yeah, okay, I got this young guy behind me. But I think Jimmy G, being a wise veteran, he should just take in all that energy and just play his game. Because at the end of the day, if you're playing your game and you're doing the best that you could possibly do, then it's going to show. No one can cheat hard work and dedication. You know, and you know, at the end of the day, if he don't do the things that he really want to do there in San Francisco, he'll go on and do them other places. So you can't really get worried or get discouraged. It's just one of those things. It happens, you know, in the upper management, Lynch and Jed York and those guys. They know what they're doing. They're just, at the end of the day, it's a business, and they have to protect themselves and do what's best for the team.
In 5 years, what's our conversation going to be like? Academy Award, something like that?
You know what? Well, you know, you know what? We'll see. You know, like my grandmother always tell me. She used to tell me this all the time. She said, "Give your best. As long as you go out and you do your very best, things will happen around you." And that's all I want to do. I just want to go out and just, you know, to me, it's not really about the awards. It's more about doing what I love, doing what I'm passionate about, and that's them from football.
Vernon, thanks for smiling. Thanks for always making us smile. Appreciate your time tonight, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you.
All right, you too. Cheers.
All right, cheers.